Hello guys, long time no see. Gaara here and welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while since my last video, and starting off today I wanna get back into making videos again. Recently I went back to Hearthstone, more so to Hearthstone Battlegrounds, which is a mode in Hearthstone. So not quite the original constructed Hearthstone gameplay. Yeah, I became more of a Battlegrounds streamer lately. So the past month-ish, I dedicated basically all my time, every waking hour into, learning Battlegrounds and getting good at it. And today I got into top 200 ranks. So I got a new account within 2 weeks to top 200, and my personal goal was to break 10k MMR before I start making videos, before I start being comfortable making videos and talking about the meta and what I think is the best. So I wanted first to get a decent rank myself, and now I'm at around 11k, and I'm still climbing, every day. But now I reached the point where I feel comfortable making these type of videos. And in my first video, which is this video, I wanted to announce that I'm back to making videos. And one of my sub goals was to make a video about the one of my sub goals on my stream was to make a video about what are the best tribes right now and the best minions. And I just realized it's just way too much for one video. So in this video I will talk about the top 5 most impactful minions in Hearthstone Battlegrounds at the moment. And I hope you enjoy these type of videos, and I will hopefully make a lot more of these in the future when I have the time. I'm currently streaming every single day as much as I can on my Twitch stream. The link is down below. Twitch TV Gaara as always. And let's get right into it. I picked 2 early game minions, 2 minions that I'm looking for in the early game, 2 minions that you're looking for in the mid game when you complete the first triple, like which are the 2 minions you're looking for the most, and what is the strongest late game card in the game. So starting off with this one right here, Spawn of Nzoth. The best early game card by far, because it scales up to a combined stats of 8. So it has a 2/2 body, and if you have a full board you get an additional +6/+6 if you buff an entire board. And it scales with Divine Shield, so effectively Divine Shield units get double the stats. So the more Divine Shields you have, the more stat value you get out of this card. And for a tier 2 unit, this is pretty bonkers, as you can see. And on top of it, this card has great synergy with cards like the Lich King, where you can utilize his hero power on him, and then you can suddenly double his stats from 8/8 to an additional a double up. And when you have him golden, it's another double up or like a quadruple up, if you want to call it like that, with the hero power. And he scales with Baron Riven there, which is also one of the best late game cards for certain compositions. And he's has also synergy with the Parrot, so it's the best early game card stat wise, and it scales into late game. It has synergy with heroes, so in my opinion by far the best early game card in the game. And on top of it, it's one of those cards that are like premium triple cards. Not every card in the game, a lot in the Battlegrounds evolves around finding triples, but there's a big distinction between good triples and bad triples, and this is definitely one of the very good effective triples on top of everything else. So in my opinion, the best early game card. The next card is the Kamboombop, in my opinion the second best early game card. It has, if you want to say, combined stats up to 6 if you count the 2/2 main body plus the 4 damage from the effect. So a little bit weaker than the Nzoth, but it has pretty much all the upsides, same upsides as the spawn of Nzoth. And on top of it, it's a mech. And what does this mean? It has great scaling potential into the late game. It's a great card in a mono mech lineup. Usually when you go mechs, you want to play a full board of mechs, and this has an excellent effect. On top of it, in the very late game, the effect is good to break divine shields from your opponent's lineup. So it has many different effects. On top of it, again, similar to Spawn of Nzoth, it has synergy with Baron Riven there, synergy with the Lich King, Parrot, and all the other same synergies as the Spawn of Nzoth. And you can later put on Divine Shield, the Annoyer module on him. You can keep buffing him. You can keep him in pretty much any lineup all throughout the game. Again, similar to Spawn of Nzoth, an excellent triple because it doubles the bomb effect. You hit multiple targets, which is again great in late game because you can take out multiple divine shields from your opponent. You can give it taunt, you can scale it. Definitely the second best early game unit that scales throughout the entire game. So next up as the first best mid game unit is a new card, which is Nomi, Chef Nomi. It was recently introduced with the latest patch. It is an absolute powerhouse. It's one of the 2 cards, and the other one I'm going to talk about right after, that you're looking for when you're completing a triple, when you're leveling up to Tavern Tier 4, when you're rushing to Tavern Tier 4, complete a triple, and you're looking for this card. It's this card, or the other one that I'm just gonna talk about in a bit. Why? Because it scales, it can outscale almost everything in the game, and it's very early in the game too. So it's on par with the Pogo, like the Gendis Pogo scaling and the Caligos Dragon synergy, but the upside of this card is you get it way earlier. So you can, obviously it has a downside, it requires you to get a lot of elementals in the tavern and you have to survive long enough, but if you get there, you can build one of the strongest lineups in the game. And this is definitely a card that you're looking for even when you play Galacrond, and you go up to Tavern Tier 5 with the hero power early, or when you get Shifting Zeros. This is like a crazy good card to pick up. So this is definitely a card that you really want to finish top 4 in a lobby. And the next card is on a similar power level, if not stronger, which is Braun, still remaining the king of mid game. Again, scales similar to Nomi, crazy fast, can outscale pretty much everything. Like if you get Braun in a Murloc lineup, you can compete with any other lineup in the game. You are very flexible with Braun. You can play Braun in pretty much any composition. You can play a Menagerie, Divine Shield composition. You can play any lineup. Braun will always find a use case, even with elementals, to pick up more elementals. It's just like a crazy good card. Still probably arguably the best card in the game. It's just not that dominant, just because we have now a more variety of other good cards, but it's still quite up there. Definitely the number 1 card you're looking for with most lineups when you rush to Tavern Tier 4 and complete your triple. The final card I want to talk about in this video is the currently strongest card in the game, which is Tavern Tier 6, which is Armageddon. The current playstyle evolves mainly around Tavern Tier 5, just because the game is pretty aggressive right now. People usually rush to Tier 4 and try to hit the Tier 5 and build their lineups around Tier 5, which is correct right now. There's a lot of very powerful cards at Tavern Tier 5, more so than on Tavern Tier 6. Tavern Tier 6 are usually cards that complement your lineup in a synergistic way, not so much in a power way. And except this one right here, Armageddon is by far the strongest card in the game. You want to play this card in every single lineup, as many of them as you can, because this counters everything, and it's getting countered. It's not possible to counter this card except with your own Armageddons. You have basically everything in this one card. You have the poisons, you have every tribe within this card, so you can buff it in any lineup, you can play it in any lineup. And if you get all the depths, you also have the Death Rattle effect, but after you lose your Divine Shield and kill your units with your poisons in the optimal case, you can proc the opponent's Divine Shields with the little spawns. So this card is an absolute powerhouse, and you can play it in any lineup, and this is the main reason to go to Tavern tier 5 and complete a triple there. This is like the tier, besides Caligos, the number 1 tier 6 Tavern card that you're looking for. And if you wanna win, if you're going for first place, you most of the time need at least one Armageddon in your lineup to be able to compete with the other late game lineups. So yeah, there's a lot more amazing cards, very powerful cards in the game, but this is like a short top 5 video, and yeah, I hope you like these type of videos. I will get back into the video mode, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. I will have like different kind of goals on my stream as well for upcoming videos, and I will do my best to climb as high as possible on the ladder. And I really enjoy Battlegrounds right now, and that's why I also decided to go back to making videos, because I will play and stream Battlegrounds for the foreseeable future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys next time. Gaara out. Peace.